Good evening and welcome to ERL GTpro round 6, where we are at Dragon Tail in Croatia. Please excuse me, I am having just a quick bite to eat after GT class race and the pro to come here. Very short turnaround, but you know, even more so for the guys that are doing this race from GT class, of which there are 4 qualifiers. There is a two reserves tonight. In Couch and J87, great to see him back here. And then we have only 6 of the actual pro field this evening. So, as I said, please excuse me. But we'll be underway with qualifying any second now. So, will we see Lucky first out the grid? Imagine it'd be Lucky at the front. So it was Airman who took the win last time out. We've actually had 5 different winners in 5 races so far. So it's a very open championship. I was hoping that Boosted would be joining us this evening, but it appears not, unfortunately. But that does open up opportunities again for people. So I'll quickly bring up the standings. Yes, it's Alicos who leads the way for Smiley, then Airman, I went last time out, and Honda. Top 4 separate by 13 points, and then Lucky's just behind, further 6 behind. So yeah, it's very tight. And we're boosting those super tight between the top 6, but he is again unfortunately missed in this evening. So we've got 10-minute quali here. Be interested to see if anyone pits for new tyres. Or damage, because yeah, the risk of that is quite high. I think, although Lucky's going to be first round, but if we go on board with Honda to take us round for this first flying lap, using all the track on exit there. We've got the long run. Turn 1 isn't really a turn, so be completely flat. And then into the first chicane, left, right. Again, using all the exit curb. This, for some cars and some drivers, will be flat in quali. Let's see if he lifts. No, completely flat. I'm trying to get the car into here. Again, all the exit curb used. And because it's this very flowing section, going to sacrifice this first one a little bit to then go flat through these next 2. Again, we'll have checked that throttle trace. It's completely flat again. Now they're running into the hairpin. Probably somewhere around the 100. Yeah, bang on it. Again, gets that in really nicely. Looks a really smooth lap so far. Now, the infamous Death Chicane, as it's known to GT7 players around the world. I was going to say fairly conservative, but still carrying unbelievable speed through there. Into the last corner, where the apex feels like it never arrives. But would even go for the apex now. He goes for carrying the corner speed more. Really good exit. Let's see what Lucky's time is first of all. 1:38.4. Honda 37.5. That is pretty mighty. Airman goes half a second behind. Dad is in 38.4 as long as Lucky. Couch is coming to the pit. Let's see what Zorro can do. 39 dead. He went much faster than that in GT qualifying. Gloss pits also. Oh, they've both got damage. That's right. Apex is on outlap, Jay's on outlap. Great to see this man back, although he's just had a bit of an incident there for his chicane. Adako's also on an outlap. This is our championship leader. Probably a bit of a car disadvantage. This guy knows how to win. He's hunting boosted down in terms of overall race wins now. Just slowing down to give himself a little bit of space. But for 4 GT class qualifiers here, chance of massive points with only being a 12-man field. And although the pros will be super fast, they showed how quick they could be themselves. Ishmael Truth goes into P3 of 38.2. It's beyond if anyone will be able to get near that 37.5 of Honden. Pretty spectacular. But let's see. Just so through sector 1, we haven't got a reference though for now. That improves to 38.1, and as does Lucky. But Honden has now gone to a 37.1. You know, it's a shame that Boosted isn't here, but I'll tell you what, this is going to be a really hotly contested championship now. Never really seen a pro championship go to the wire. There was hints that it might do last year, but Boosted just ran away with it in the end. I think this one will. And in a strange way, Boosted not being here is probably pushing these guys even more, because the opportunity is just so much bigger. Whilst we'd all rather see him race here, we appreciate that he is enjoying the world of PC sim racing at the minute, which is hard, even for this great console to match. But let's see what Alikos can do. It's 38.7 for now. We know Apex can go quicker. We know that all those GT class are capable of getting into the 38s. Couch to set a lap, Glossop to set JH. I've got to say, beautiful looking Ford GT race car. So now super quick on ACC and very good, you know, absolutely dominated last season's GT class, but very hard to just drop in with these guys, and he won't really have touched the game in some time, but we massively appreciate him helping us out this evening. It looks and sounds fantastic, that car. At a minute, Honden's got half a second on the field, so that's mightily impressive. Lucky, someone else who has certainly gone on to enjoy the PC side of things as well, but we really do appreciate him hanging around still tier coordinating for this GT class tier. Nerfing himself slightly with that Beetle. But he always has a good strategy up his sleeve. We've seen that. He always seems to shoehorn his way into races. If he can start P2, that will give him a great shout. Super tight behind. We'll see if Lucky can do anything to reduce this gap. Honden has even got time to drop into the YouTube comments and say he can't go any faster than that. But it's going to take some beating. That looks super smooth though there for the chicane from Lucky. Yeah, it's just having a bit of a chill. That chicane, that's the thing, you're never safe here. It's a bit like racing at Monaco. You're just never safe. See what Lucky can do. It's a 37.6, reduces the gap to just under half a second. Dad's about to go again. It looks got Airman. Airman now goes into P2. Might be a bit too close to Dad here for what is going to be the final run to win the last 90 seconds. And P5, great to have Ismail Truth back. He stays P5, but 37.9. This is the man right now. I'm going to say under pressure because again, there's such good racecraft. Can often find his way up the field. Maybe the Renault not the best suited to this track. He's down at the minute as well. This is going to be his last run at it. It's our championship leader. P2 in the Sprint Cup at the minute, although when the drop round takes effect he'd be leading that. He's had an epic run in that championship, and he leads this one. He's had a phenomenal 2025. As we come to its end, he'd love to go into that Christmas break leading this championship. Looks like Jake's going to be right in there with the GT class guys, isn't it? But Glosser's just nipped into P7. Can Alicos respond? He can't. And he might be vulnerable to an improvement here from Apex. Jake Pitt, so he's done on a 38.8. Jay's just behind on a 38.9. Do you know what? On a very technical track, very difficult track, if that field spread's relatively low, if you take out on them, not literally take him out, but you know, from P2 down, Apex isn't improving unless he can find some time for the chicane. I'm sorry we missed it. That's a 37.2 from Aaron, which I'm sorry for doubting him. I thought he might be too close to Dad, but that is an epic lap from Ehrman there to go within. Yeah, he's just in the 10th of Honda, and that's an incredible effort. It's 2 miles clear unless Apex can, Lucky can respond. He's up by a 10th. He was up by over 10th in Sector 1. He's got the slightly worn tyres. Ismail Truth just pips ahead though, he's into P6. I forgot about Zorro. Zorro in P4 currently with 37.6. He's had a difficult start in GT class, missed a race, had a couple of difficult ones. But yeah, that's the thing, you know, got 2 types here really up to close. Look, he's improving again. He's up by 2 tenths, so he's going to get, you'd think, right in this mix as well. How's his chicane? Looked pretty damn good, didn't it? Sebi goes in with 38.6. Going to come down to this last corner. Again, it seems like that is the fastest way, just to miss that Apex and just carry the speed. I think it's going to be about cementing P3 here for Lucky. Or can he nudge on that front line? I thought that's a great effort. Phenomenal. So we've got Honda on pole, 37.1, Ehrman 37.2, Lucky at 37.3. Zorro, first of the GT class, but he's on for big points here if he can hold on to that. We know that car's quick off the line. P4. Alicos does edge into P5. He's clawed something out of that Renault. Just to pip Dad, who's in P6 and with the Mercedes. Ismail Truth in the other Lambo is P7. And we'll run through the rest of the order in here. So it's Gloss in P8. It's only a second covering that top 8. And when you think that's half a second only from P4 to P8. Couch in P9, Apex P10, and then Jake P11, Beam and P12. So, close field. It looks like a battle between the top 3. I mean, it's incredible, really, from Lucky to put that beat to them so close to really fast. Drama. Now, this season, I'll tell you what, has provided plenty of it so far. 5 different race winners, drama galore, and now you may have just seen that on screen, boosted being added to the back. I'll quote The Godfather: just when you thought I was out, they dragged me back in. But that throws another spanner in the works. I think the Peugeot, similar to Alicos' Renault, is going to struggle around here, but this is the man that can do special things. He's obviously not quite ready to relinquish this championship yet. It's exciting. I'm really glad to see him join this field. This will be an epic race. We're a couple of drivers short. We'd love to have a full 15 car grid here, but this will be spicy. We've got Nürburgring to come, and soon Lucky will be updating the calendar because we had a vote about adding the new tracks in. So we've got Canada to come, which we've never raced at. We've got Abu Dhabi to come that we've never raced at. But I think this track is even harder than the Nürburgring, and certainly less predictable with the curbs, that chicane. So there's so much potential and possibility of spicing this race up. And we saw in the GT class race lots of different strategies at play. Some people just almost accepted they're going to get damage and went for the softs early on and then evolved with the strap from there. Some people did the one stop. I mean, I think we saw everything from 1, 2, 3 and even 4 stops. So again, it'd be interesting to see how these guys go. But yeah, it's really interesting to see Boosted join, but yeah, it definitely adds another dynamic to this race. And then within this, we've got the GT class battle. So yeah, plenty to play for here. Absolute key is going to be surviving this lap 1. Now we know that Honda's had a few issues off the line. Airman tends to fly off it. Zorro, I expect, will fly off it. Alakos will as well, and Dad. So this could be tricky for Honda. He's not going to be as slow off the line as the Porsche. There's some fast cars off the line behind him. Not too sure about the Beetle, but certainly everyone else around him is an absolute fly off the line, including Couch and that Vantage. And he's got good pace around here as well. I've seen you, Lucky. Yeah, all good. But yeah, beautifully set up. And there's just so many storylines here. And this now back is to a 6, if Boosted coming into this race, being like into 6-car battle, I would say, for this championship. So yeah, spicy indeed. It would appear that the top 3 have got the ability to just run away here, but we will see. We shall see. We might get an indication of what people are starting on here from the PP. It's hard to tell when everyone's in different cars when we did the Sprint Cup. But yeah, you can see from here we've got mixture of naturally aspirated and turbocharged cars. I don't know if this is fully updated yet. No, it's still not. Because I'm telling you now, not all of these guys aren't using traction free, so that's not quite correct, but it gives you an indication on what some of these guys use. Great feature, just would be good if they got them all on there. Right, we're going at 48 and I make it 48, so we'll be going any second now. This will be a good one. Close field. Reigning champion added to the back. A def chicane. It's got the ingredients of just about everything we would possibly need. Right then, let's strap ourselves in. This is going to be a dramatic hour, whatever happens here. It's quite a long hole, but we are underway. Expect that Mercedes to fly off the line, and it does. Oh, and Honda squeezes Lucky all the way to the inside. They've got to watch out because Alakos here is coming right around the outside. Now they've got to survive into this chicane. They're very close. Lucky, oh my word. Do they all get through? Looks like we are everybody through. Boosted. Oh, Boosted's had a little spin. He's got no damage. Crikey, he's got work to do. That adds further job. I'm not sure what happened to him there. But we are everyone through. So Airman leads. Lucky's gone for the softs again. That's what's helped him with that mega start. Honda is all over the back of him. Close followed by Alakos and by Jay. Now Airman pretty much led flag to flag last race, but I think he faces stiffer competition this evening. So now, is Honda trying to get this done into the hairpin? Lucky leaves some room on the inside. Needs to... Oh, they're surely not going to go side by side for the chicane. No, Honda backs out for now. But you see an Airman get away. Oh wow, what a shot that is. Oh my word. Honda was super close to that wall. He might have even clipped it, but there's no damage. Zorro trying to make a move down here on the Alicos. The GT class leader here with trying to make a move on the Pro class here. Oh my word, Honda nearly loses it out the last corner. But look at, and now look, he's on the back of Airman. Wow. So these two for the lead. Look what's happening behind though. Alicos is into P3, but these guys are going 3 wide into a chicane. Sorry, rightfully backs out, but Dad in a really good position too. He's on the soft tyre. Couch on the soft tyre. This is what's explaining some of these guys in such good starts. Oh man, they are close. They are bumper to bumper. Unlucky. Apologies, we missed it. He's really making that soft tyre work. He takes the lead in the Beetle from the Mercedes. Oh, but look how much of the track they're losing there. You saw Airman touching the grass. Honda has just about survived this first laps in a reasonable position. But yeah, this is mega. You can get a good view of this from Jake's car. You should just see it. Oh, Dad's ahead of Zorro. You saw that just ahead there. No, surely Joe's going to back out of this. You can see ahead. They're side by side for the chicane. It's never going to end well. Oh my word. Oh, what's going on? No way, has Jake got through there? How? Did everyone survive that behind? Somehow, yes they did. How's Booster getting on? Oh no, he's got really bad damage. Very hard track just to drop into. I wonder what he will do. I have no idea how those guys just got through there. But what a move from Jake. Lucky leads. Airman P2, Honda P3. Race at the front starting to settle down, although Dad's really making those softs work as well. They've got a little gap now to Zorro. Well, we said it'd be interesting, it's certainly been that. Couch on the back of Zorro. Truth just behind. Jake's got himself into P9. Now, I see green flags waving, that normally follows yellow flags. Oh, it's Apex. Look at the damage that Apex has got. Gloss has damage. Oh dear. Jade doesn't, but they've got a bit of a gap now if the car's ahead. They're almost in their own separate race. Couch all over the back of Zorro here. Ah, he's 8 tenths up on his previous lap. Oh, he lost a lot of momentum there. Hard to follow through there with the dirty air. And he'll... Oh, Dad, up the inside of Alicos into the last turn. And if Alicos has just thought he must be on sauce and lets him go for now. Let this race come back to him. No, he's going for the move straight back. Right on the back of him. Is he going to go for his move into turn 1? No, he backs out for now. Oh, just get a breath. Oh, something's happened to Edmund. Because he's now 2.5 off Lucky. He's got Honda all over the back of him. Well, we said it was going to be dramatic and it's been absolutely all of that. Let's just see. Can Honda get something? Has Eamon got any damage? No, he hasn't. What a view that is. Honda at the inside. He's through. Let's see, Honda there, and right behind him. Lucky he'll be loving this. I mean, you think he's going to have to make an extra stop unless he's got something clever up his sleeve with strategy. Really holding that out there in 5th gear. Oh, look how close Airman gets under braking. So you can just see further back, Zorro right on the back of Alicos. I mentioned it before, it's the GT class leader against the Pro class leader here. Is that, yeah, Zorro's, that time's crazy. They're both on the back of Dad now. For those guys that have had some issues early, we saw in the class race, you can always drag yourself back into it, because the possibility of these other guys having issues is also very high. You see Dad being hunted down now. The soft toys are hanging on okay though, look. I mean, it's called out 20%, maybe 25 on the front. Just see how adventurous these guys behind are through the chicane. Oh, Zorro's all the way up alongside it. Did he get any damage there? No. Maybe brushed at the outside. Oh, got Couch, the two Austrians, Couch and Jay, side by side. Mercedes versus Aston Martin. Oh, wow. Really pushed him there, you can see. Gloss is doing really well to cling on with the damage. He had to do this in the first race. And just see what he can do from there. Jump. Let's see what Boost is doing at the minute. He's sticking in there. Oh, Apex. Oh, he's clung onto that. He's got some work to do. Lucky leads. How are his tyres doing? Yeah, front left struggling. Honden's now onto purple laps. And just behind. Race is starting to settle down a bit here anyway. Dad's still giving a reasonable gap here to Alicos. And Boosted, looking at his times compared to these guys, he's definitely out of it. We'll have to see what happens around the time of the pit stops. That's a great shot there. It really does remind you of Monaco when you see that. Much more overtaking here though, that's for sure. Right, these guys get into the back of Jake. Gloss doing really well to stay in there with these guys' damage. Jake's on the softs. Oh, Jake is so twitchy out that last corner. Boost is going to pit now. Oh. You'd have. I was just trying to work out when they do that. I think they're just going to do softs the whole way, aren't they? You're going to see 2 stop versus 1 stop, I think. But we will soon. Great shot watching all these cars come through here. Oh, that's wide from Jake. This is going to surely put Jay all over him. Beautiful. Oh, Jay really pushing the limits on the outside there. Jake's done well to hold on to that. But literally, and the car and also the position. Oh my word. They seem to be, if you glance at that wall on the outside, you seem to survive. This is the most interesting battle here, isn't it, with Zorro? He's got a chance to start really making a big points haul out of this evening's work. Seeing Dad's soft starting to fall off a little bit now, but he's got himself in a really good position here. How's lucky? You still say Honda and Jeanette leader than Airman, but we shall see how it all plays out. What's Boosted put on? Mediums, and now it'd be interesting. So he's got, yeah, let's see what he can do. Clear air. I know how fast he is. Again, look, his tyres starting to struggle. Pace is still really strong though. And he will undercut these guys to an extent when he pits, because he'll pit before they do, obviously. Oh, man. But you know what? I've mentioned it to Monica a few times, you're just never safe here. You could be having a nice comfortable race and then just one mistake for that chicane and you got damage, and then it's not race over, but definitely race impacting. You got Zorro right back on the back of Alicos here. Yeah, you saw this a little bit last season in Arm, that it started the season very slowly and then just was like an absolute charge at the end, and he's doing the same this year. It started slow. It's beautiful defending from Alicos. As always, racecraft so strong, but it does look like Jay potentially has the pace here to get this done. He's not going to get it done on the outside though, there is he? Right, stays there from that, although that does send Alicos a little bit deep. Jay up to P8, well done. And Jake P9. Oh no, Glosser's had another spin. That is unfortunate, although he's in the window of where he can make a pit stop and he might just end up. Also, it's frustrating, you've got other cars in a similar position to you that you can end up racing here. Alright, what's Lucky's play here? So he's got to try really, if he's going to do a two-stop, if he's going to go soft the whole way, he's got to get to like 12 really, or is he going to go soft, medium soft? Let's just see. Honden's getting closer and closer. Zorro, we missed it, but he's now ahead of Alicos, which is pretty huge. It's definitely close. Oh, actually, what's happening back here? Jake and Beeman. We'll get back to Zorro and Alicos in a minute. Oof, yeah. Gross in the pits. Does he? Oh, did he start on the softs, or does he just put softs on? Repairing that damage. Got plenty of fuel in, so let's see. He's on his way. Oh, boosted. Oh, he's got half a second penalty. That'll frustrate him, but he's clear a couch.
First things to do when you get a new...
Apologies for that. So, Yeah, Zora now making him as that crossover has happened, doesn't it? I was going to say it definitely has happened. Look how close Honda is to Lucky. When does Lucky pit? Does he pull the trigger? Is he going to try and just do this continuous soft track? In which case he'd have to go 2 more. But here's for your race lead. No, holds off for now. Oh, that's all. It's very close. It'd be interesting to see what happens when what Lucky's going to do here. You imagine he needs to hold him up really, because if Honda gets through, oh my word, these guys are close. It's really close. Is he going to send it into here? We saw him get it done earlier here. Look, he doesn't defend it too hard. Oh, but he's going to try a switch back. No, surely he'll tuck back in. He has tucked back in, I think. Oh. What a great shot that is. So Honda now leads. Is Lucky going to try and take this on one more lap? No, he pits this lap. Be really interested what he puts on. And clear out. Zorro is quite comfortably now putting ahead of Alicos. Phenomenal from him. So Lucky is going mediums, and then it'll be another soft stint at the end. So he'll be. Oh, how's he timed this pit release? Oh, that could be massive for his race. Coming up just behind Jake, he'll hope to dispatch him as quickly as he can. Could have been worse. He could have caught more traffic, but yeah, he hasn't taken on too much fuel. Maybe a splash and dash at the end for soft. Be interested to see what his undercut's like though on Honda, but you know, you'd think Honda's got one less stop to make, so it's 20 seconds in the bank pretty much. But right, gives us a chance to see this. I know it's popular sometimes on the stream, the dash on that Volkswagen. Jake struggling a bit on his own tyres now. Oh, he's got a really good run. I think this will be job done. I wouldn't imagine Jake will fight it too hard. Mind you, this is Jake, the Minister of Defence, is as well known. Jake is going to fight it. He's only preserving the team, so he hasn't got as much, nothing to lose. He just wants to have a good battle with his old friend here. Really be frustrating. Look, he's lost a whole lap here behind, and you can see that gap to Honda's gone from 16 to 18, and the attempt here you'd think would be to undercut. Oh, it could be done now though. That's nice, really nice move. Yes, got a tyre advantage, but that was really well done. So look at Zorro here, he's 7 seconds off the lead, and his last lap was faster than Honda's by half a second. Airman's is even quicker, to be fair, so this might be a race again where Alicos just needs to damage limitation. He's in a good position. I think there will be some tracks where the Renault's going to be a really good car. It's a high downforce track. But you'd think this is, but a lot of it's medium and high speed. And at the minute he holds a 7-point lead over Smiley, who I've just realised Smiley's not racing tonight. Yeah, as you say, MC, beautiful. I mean, they've raced together so much on this game, on ACC, but yeah, good respect. Jake made it hard for him. But yeah, but that's huge actually with Smiley not being here tonight. And Alico's got 10 points on Airman and 13 on Honda. But this one at the minute's on for Mega Hall. It's just, I have updated the GT class standings, so this won't be what's shown in the Discord, but as it stands coming into this race, he's 34 points behind Gloss. He's only 2 behind Filthy and 4 behind Apex, but he's on for a big old haul this evening. So Lucky's next target is going to be Truth, who's got some damage himself, but he's getting close to the bit where he can yeah, it's a beautiful livery from Ismail Truth, I've got to say. Yeah, Alico's really consistent, but he's just falling behind Zorro. Dad's also pitted. Ah, he's gone again for Suspect. He has damage. That's a shame because he'd had a really good start to this race. Boosted's got damage again. And the mediums, you just see what a race of attrition this really is. Jason's pits, he's got damage. He's... Oh, I hope he's not just sitting in the pit. That'd be frustrating if he is. Because that is technically still a DNF. Yeah, I think he is. That's a shame. I think even if you just finish the race, you bank yourself some decent points. London leads 3 seconds from Airman, who himself is 4 seconds out of Jay. Jay's pumping some really quick times. You know, if he'd been able to clear Alico's early, he'd be right in this. Not that he isn't in it. You just saw that gap come down from under 7 seconds. Alico's P4. Lucky's now on the back of Truth. We know Truth has damage. Lucky may not know that though. He'll see that gap to Honden's coming down. Is Truth going to fight this? Not massively. Let's just see if this is done. Yeah, nicely done. I thought if he is able to catch Alico's by that time, those guys that are one-stopping will be coming to the pits. So, look, he's got that clear air now. He needs to make as much a dent as he can. But he is going to have to make an extra stop on the leaders, provided they stay out of damage, of course. Jay's gone early. That's intriguing. He did 2-stop in the class race. Is he going for a big undercut here? He's going to do 21 laps in the mediums if he does. We'll soon find out. He's putting fuel in. Don't be fooled. I think that will be mediums again, but we will soon see. He's got a good gap to come out into. He's gone for it. Okay, bold call. Very interesting. Now, will the fronters have to respond? Or will they just stick to their plan? It could well be, MC. I mean, I noticed in the GT class race myself, that's where I was losing the most time, and that's where I think the lack of practice hurt the most. Most of that was fairly competitive, and then just lost so much time for that chicane. When I was following people, they dropped me a few tenths, maybe half a second, and when people were behind me, they would catch you by the same amount. So there's obviously a real knack to that, and that's where that practice probably really benefits. It's not that thing called work and family that get in the way of practice time, you know. So yeah, it looks like Ehrman, for some reason we've just lost some of Honda and Ehrman's data, which doesn't know. Oh, it's back there. But yeah, Ehrman is definitely catching. Even though the Mercedes got worse tyres than the Lambo, Honda has more fuel. So that will be key come pit stop time. This is going to be the most interesting one though. Zorro's out now and he's clear air. He's obviously gone super aggressive on the strategy. I'm not sure what his fuel situation was pre-pit either, but this will be spicy. It'll be really interesting when these guys are on the one-stop pit just to see how it all plays out. Let's see what else is happening in the back here. Boost is now on the softs. Damage repaired. It's so hard, like I said, just to drop in. I can't think really other than that many tracks are harder to just drop into. You sit here leading a race just for your bit, and then just the commitment through there is still absolutely insane. I mean, you can see those last couple of laps have really, pace has dropped off. Although he does seem to have got the gap back on Ehrman this lap. Ehrman goes this lap. Don't know if he'll be undercut because he's going to need slightly more fuel than what Alicos will do. He goes on another lap. This will give us a good indicator of what's going to happen is where Zorro comes out in relation to Ehrman. It's going to be really interesting. Really interesting, right? Has Ehrman been released? Not as of yet. Zorro's coming out of the main straight. I think he's going to jump him, you know. Oh, it's going to be close. No. Ehrman at the minute hangs on. Let's see once this gap stabilises, but he's going on cold tyres. There he is, there's your target. So it indicates that Honda will still stay clear of this undercut threat. But that gap's closer than it was. I think it was 4 seconds give or take, wasn't it? And he is going to have to go through the warm-up phase this lap. So can he possibly hear Zorro bring that gap down during this outlap? I have to say right now it looked like potentially a net P3, although we don't quite know how Lucky's strategy is going to play out versus these guys. Let's just assume the Honda's in. Ehrman's stabilised now. I don't think Ehrman would have been able to undercut Honda here, but we'll soon find out. Alicos, has he got on another lap? Interesting. Lucky has undercut, which we expected, but has to make another stop. And now Honda will be coming back at him, as will Ehrman and Zorro, so all to play for. Honda is, it looks like, leaving the pits now. Oh, he's going to come out behind Dad. He's got damage, but most importantly, oh yeah, he's ahead of Ehrman and quite comfortably so. Now Lucky's on the back of Alicos. And really, this is really net, isn't it? Because they've both got one stop to make. Jake's in also. I think like the class race, we won't fully know where we stand here until the latter stages, and particularly as there's so much more drama that can come from here in terms of positions. Oh, deep from Alicos. He's looking going to try and get this done. No, he backs out for now. Again, these two have shared so much track together. Very friendly rivalry. Just, well, for a start, just two of the nicest guys you can meet. But there is a championship for grabs here. Right, they are door to door. Surely Alicos is pitting this lap. Is he? Is he? Yeah, he's just trying to. He knows. He just want to make that difficult for Lucky because they're in a net race versus each other. I wonder if Dad's going to pit here, or if not, how easily Honda can dispatch him. No, Dad carries on. So Honda needs to get this move done. I think if he can clear Dad here fairly easily. That looks fair. Oh no, Dad's coming back at him. But you'd think now Honden's race to lose, but as you see, look, he's got a decent little lead there. But yeah, he's got to take fuel, he's got to stop again. There's a lot here in Honden's favour. If he can just clear Dad, because Dad is going for it back. Honden's won't want to lose time here. I tell you, Dad's showing great pace because he's got really worn softs, damage, front bumper damage, front left suspension. Now Zorro was taking a little bit more out of Airman here, which again does make things interesting. This would be, I mean, huge in both championships, you know. It's 1.2, it's fairly stable. Alicos has got mediums again, he just wants maybe that offset to try come back and Zorro. So yeah, maybe. You saw how early Zorro pitted. So I may as well go as long as I can, then try and come back at him later with those fresh tyres. Truth's now on fresh and mediums to the end. Yeah, I'd imagine Couch got another stop in him. Jake to the end. Gloss possibly to the end, that Porsche's good on the tyres. Apex has dragged himself back into this, but he's obviously going to have to pit again with that. And yeah, Boosted also struggling. Now, we did think he might add some spice to this, but again, not easy just to drop in here. And he hasn't. We've got a car that I don't think is going to like the curbs here. Dad is in now. So really, I think for now, the one to watch is this battle between Airman and Zorro. I think after such a good win last week, if you can come away from this with a potential P2, it's a really solid couple of weeks' work. But that definitely does look like he's closing, doesn't it? Sorry, I just want to get that view. I'll get there in a minute. Sorry, we'll get there eventually. It's a bit of malfunction with the controls. But yeah, you can really see now just how close he is getting. But these two guys have just shown such consistent pace. Look at Zorro's time since his bit, just continuous 39s. It's 39.4 last lap out. But yeah, all to play for. Shame that Jay has retired. He's lost themselves some half decent points there in this GT class battle, but oh, sort of a little moment there. Can't still up on his lap time. Just didn't look like it, didn't it? I mean, is Lucky going to try and make that? No, he can't make that to the end, can he? It'd be a second a lap that Honda would have to make up. But he's going to have a huge time advantage, I don't know. It's just impossible to know at the minute. That must be annoying for him, and he does his best lap and Zorro closes the gap and goes a tenth faster. This is really shaping up. So we think, I mean, we think it's going to end up as a battle for P2 and 3, but depending if Lucky's taking a really adventurous strategy, it might be a battle for the last podium spot. As I said, huge in both championships. Boosted has taken the fastest lap for now, so it just shows the pace is there. It's just been a hard race with damage. It's absolutely incredible pace though from Zorro here. I think, don't take anything away from Revs last year, but Zorro probably would have won that championship had he carried that pace all season, but that's why it's a season. And again, similarly this year, as we said earlier, it started a little bit slow, but finding some real momentum now. Quickly see what's happening back here. So Jake's P8, he's going to the end, Dad's going to, so that's a race. Glass, you'd think surely got to pit again. Apex had a tough night. I'm just trying to see. Our Couch is now at the back, but he's on fresh mediums to the end. So at the minute, if somehow, oh no, I was just thinking he can't, look at his fuel tank, so he's definitely pitting anytime soon for one more stint onto the softs, but it's going to be a tough ask, isn't it, seeing how much the softs struggle in the first stint, but I think it's what he has to go for. Is he in this lap, or is he going to stretch it one more? He's in. So Honden's going to take the lead here. Airman and Zorro just, that gap has fluctuated a little bit. So Airman last lap was 38.9. Was in a slight extension of the lead there. These two, yeah, man, they are nip and tuck. Now let's just see where Alico's going to come out in relation to Lucky. Lucky leaves the pits now. Alico's going down the straight. It's going to be close. I think he's going to take it. Lucky's come out on softs, so they're going to be a stretch, aren't they, to the end. I just can't see how he'll have the pace to come back at Honda at the end, but this maybe isn't about the win anymore, but just take as many points as you can. I think if Alicos is going to get him, it would be during this warm-up lap, because you think then once those soft tyres are at temperature, you'd expect him to pull away. He's already starting just edge ahead. Suarez brought the gap under second Airman. They're both... Yeah, I think they are bringing that gap down to Honda, but just not enough. But yeah, it's certainly very interestingly poised at the minute. Just see what they can do. So Honda last time was 39.1, 39.4. So a slight extension. Guys, it's just such precision from these guys. I mean, look at the lap time consistency. Neither of them are making that mistake. One mistake either way and you think the other guy gets it. They're just not making it. See if Lucky can potentially make any inroads on them. I was wondering what Alico's second car is, but in a championship so tight, taking a 20-point hit would be difficult. Same for Lucky. It just does feel that that's their limiting factor at the minute. And you know, he's wanted some really good lap times there. Just can see, obviously had some bother earlier on. Boosted in, Apex in, Gloss has pitted, gone softs to the end. Again, there'll be a stretch, but no, if he can come out of this with P9 and still hold a healthy lead in the GT Class Championship. Yeah, this is the main battle. It just keeps fluctuating either side of a second, doesn't it? But yeah, I just got to say, at the minute, it's mega effort from well, from both men really, but especially Zorro. Really solid from Jake. In a bit of no man's land, he loves racing, but yeah, as I said, if he can make any inroads on Dad, but it looks like that's going to be tough. Apex has done well just to cling in here on this race. It's been a tough night, but never gives up. A very tough night for Gloss as well. Oh, Jake's going to make it interesting. He's got no damage. Tyres look good, he's got fuel, but I think he just clearly wants to have some fun. And who can blame him, so he's going aggressive. Let's get back up here. So, Lucky is in this, yeah, he is making time, so he's going to arrive on the scene, but you'd think Airman and Zorro eventually it will all come back towards them. Ah, it's a shame. Boosted's retired also. Oh, that is a shame. Gave it all the hype, didn't we, pre-race, but yeah, tough old track just to drop into in race. Blows the championship picture wide open. Whilst we'd love to see him stay in there, but I can only think something else happened because he just come back out and was closing down Apex. Jake's put some softs on, he wants some fun. But might potentially give Gloss a chance for P8. Apex might thinking, can I catch Couch at last place? Last place, you know, the 10th place, I should say. Honda delivering, again, look at the consistency on the right hand side. Absolutely insane. This has been one of those battles that, yes, they're not side by side, they're not door banging, but man, it's intense. especially with so much at stake. I'm just wondering if Lucky's going to start coming to shot anytime soon. Probably just isn't making quite enough of an inroad, is he? Because soon there'll be a crossover. That's the other thing though, Zorro went aggressive on that undercut. Airman has definitely got the better tyres, although they're still going blow for blow on the lap times at the minute. And just stretching it out. We're probably moving into that phase now where that tyre is just going to give him more and more advantage over Zorro. But you can't blame Zorro for going for that. It's a 38.5 from Lucky. Takes him just a tenth off Boosted's fastest lap. You have to wonder with that time whether we'll see Boosted again, as I say, juggling of a racing. I hope we do. I think I've said a long time, if someone is going to take this championship off him, I'd rather someone beat him than it be just because he's not here. Obviously that's got a bit of a car disadvantage as well, but we shall see. These two continue just to trade near identical lap times, near identical sectors. I just wonder whether Zorro's going to struggle with that front left. I mean, at a track where it's so hard to be consistent, these front three, and you've got to say, really, Lucky Alicos as well, they've been incredibly consistent. Look at their times. There's just not much in it. A track that's near, oh wow, you can see how difficult it is still. Gloss here, every point for him is going to be so far. This is the difference. You've got Jake just coming in for a bit of fun. You've got Gloss here, but like I say, every point's really going to matter. We were wondering whether Apex can cut to Couch again. He is trying to cling himself into this GT title race. Well, in a very dramatic start to this race, it has kind of plateaued out a bit. This is our most intense battle, and it's more of a tense battle, as I say, than a side-by-side or switchback type of battle. The consistency levels are just ridiculous. But either way, I think it's really solid night's work for these two. It'll be a very intriguing championship picture once this is all said and done, that's for sure. I think now it's probably, this is where that undercut's coming back on him, but he had to try something, didn't he? Can Lucky catch him for that last podium place? It just depends how much drop off Lucky starts to suffer. He's only 11 seconds off Honda, but it's going to be too much, isn't it? Field now is fairly spread. Again, Herman is... Oh, now, have you seen what I've seen? Front bumper, front left suspension damage for Honda. This is what we meant earlier, we said this is never done here. He now has to cling on. Now I wonder if Airman's aware of that. Let's monitor that gap, because he's now putting ahead of Zorro. Like I said, I think those tyres are just about giving up. Zorro now needs to think, is that front left going to make it to the end? Oh, I can see the difficulties. Let's just see how much Airman starts to bring this back down now. Wow, look at the commitment and precision through there. Let's just have a compare here. I can only imagine that's happened this lap. Unless it happened the lap before where he did the 40.9, he did 39.9 last time out. With damage, insane. Yeah, 39.7 this lap. Yeah, he's matching for pace. Zorro pits, that's huge. But I think he's made potentially the right call, because I don't think that front left was going to make it. So that puts Lucky onto the podium. Puts Alicos into P4. Both huge moments. Where does it put him? He's already back on track. So, oh, this is going to be fun now though. He's got 5 laps, 6 seconds to make up to Alicos. You think he'll do it. You never quite know. Meanwhile, somehow, with this damage, Honda is still... You can see how much better he is on this... not he is, maybe, probably the Lambo on its tyres than Airman's Mercedes. Airman, again, did go a lap earlier than Honda. That gap is coming down, though. Because that damage will be causing Honda drag. Damage in this game tends to affect you more on the straights than it does in the corners. It's slightly different to the F1 game, where it hurts you in both, really, but definitely, hurts you in the corners, doesn't it, on the F1 game. Here it'll be mainly on those straights. There isn't too many of them here at Dragon Tail. We might have a hell of a finale here still. So it's Honda from Airman, from Lucky, from Alico. So our 4 main championship protagonists are right there. And then we're going to be also monitoring at what rate can Zorro. I think he's taken a second out this lap already. Don't think he's going to be able to get to Lucky though. But it's still a solid night's work for him, whatever happens. But there's a couple of things at play here. It looked like Zorro might have been able to nick a P2, P3, and Gloss a P9, and now it's a P5 for Zorro. And I don't think Gloss is a million miles off Jake. He isn't. Another one to keep an eye on, although Jake does have the better tyres. It's a beautiful looking car, that. I don't think, I know it's been contentious at times, the rule change regarding cars, but it has given us a very varied and attractive grid, I must say. It's 4.8 now, Talicos, 4.5, 4.3. God, that came down a lot there. As the camera pans back, you can really see the inroads he's making. We'll be hopping between these 2 battles. Can anything happen between our leaders here? I think we've got the damage of Honda versus the tyre wear of Airman's. I think they probably are just going to offset each other slightly here. So 40.0 last time for Airman, so 40.4 for Honda. Airman be gutted he couldn't capitalise on that lap a bit more. As I say, we probably haven't had the wheel-to-wheel, door-to-door action here, but the tension reminds a bit of the Abu Dhabi finale in F1. It didn't necessarily have all the on-track action, but just felt incredibly tense the whole time. Airman's gone from having to worry about Zorro, it's thinking, can I nick this? Make it back-to-back wins. Lucky they're lapping Couch by the looks of it. Again, he's subsequently making Airman to an Airman, but that is going to balance out very soon. Zorro is hunting down Alicos. Let's just see how visually closer he can get. Oh, that'll cost him. That's down with excitement. I'm purple though. Ah, Lucky's for now taking the fastest lap as well. Again, you know, every point is just going to be huge. It's 2.1, 3 laps to go. You'd think he would do it. There's points like this, I wish we could have that feature like on the F1 TV with the mini screen and watch both battles, but for now we're going to have to just keep going between them. At the minute, Zorro's on fastest lap. Let's just stick with him. That included having that big wobble on the curb. So this is insane. Oh, the commitment through there is just off the charts. It's 1.7 for Alico, so there's going to be 2 laps to go soon. Massive. Massive. In both championships this will be. We keep saying how these classes are getting closer together. We got the 2. As I say, he's not the class lead at the minute. 38.4 is just behind Lucky in fastest laps. He's really close. I think Honda's going to do enough here to cling on with damage, which is something else. We don't quite know how he got that, do we? But we'll soon find out. You know, Lucky's only 8 seconds off, but he's got to try and make his tyres last. Alright, this feels now, unless something magic happens at the front, that this is the key battle. I just realised earlier I called Zorro the GT Class Championship leader, so apologies in advance, Gloss. That is clearly Gloss. It's a GT Class race winner from earlier. He's definitely inserting himself well and truly into this GT Class Championship fight, though. It's just properly ebbed and flowed, just like this Pro one has. You know, we've got, after this evening, we've got one more race for the Christmas break, and they're both super tight championships. Gloss takes the fastest lap, which again could be huge. Alright, we're about to go into the last lap of this race. We just saw right on the back of Alico's. The gap at the front. Yeah, I think that is job done unless anything goes badly wrong. Lucky's really struggling with the tyres. He's 7 seconds off the lead. I mean, God, he wasn't far away. You just wonder, don't you? He had a bit of traffic on that out lap, how close he could have got to this. You wonder how these guys are doing for fuel as well, because it seems like that gap's coming down and down. But here we go. We will get back to the front. We'll give Honda his moment, provided it is Honda. This is huge. Oh, is he going to make that stick there? Zorro. So much at stake here. It's only a couple of points, but this could be huge. Surely can't go side by side. Oh, he makes it stick around the outside. I think Alicos did cede there, saw the bigger picture, but it was still an incredible move. Can Alicos come back at him? We do need to get to our leaders in a minute. Let's just see if anything happens here into the hairpin. I don't think he'll send it from there. Oh, he will. Wow. Oh, there's contact. Would he let? Is he going to let? What's going to happen? No, he's taking it for now. Always, I think, the thing to do, to be honest with you. Take it and see what happens. I can only think is Honda's struggling for fuel here because Airman is eating into him, but I think Honda's done enough. Oh my God, this is close. Is he going to make it? It's 1.2, it's 1.1. He's under a second. He just makes it. Airman P2. Lucky was 3 seconds away from the win in the end. Wow. Now Alicos is clinging on to this. We'll have to see what happens afterwards. It's a drag race to the line. Huge from both championships. Oh my word. There's a 10th in it. It's less than a 10th. Incredible. Let's see what happened at that hairpin. We'll have to just decide that afterwards. Truth will take P6. A solid night's work for him. Similar for Dad, who had a really strong start. Furious in the middle, but he takes home, take P7. Ah, no. Jake is in P8. But I noticed that Apex managed to claw himself out of Gloss, which is huge. So Jake thank you very much for filling in for us this evening. What a beautiful car and a beautiful livery. He is which anyone would be a bit gutted he's ended up in a kind of a no man's land there, because he obviously loves a good battle. But yeah, thank you very much for filling in for us, Jake. Gloss, oh, this is huge. This is, you know, championship battles on the line here. Gloss has got ahead of Apex here right at the end. Couch has taken the flag in P11. Yeah, this is big for Gloss to get ahead of his rival Apex. As we said, every point is going to matter. But well done for sticking at it, you two. A tough night, but as I say, it's been a title battle. Alicos in your big favour. Pendants Druids, of course, there at the end with the tricky one. We didn't have the best view of it, and we'll just see how that one plays out. But as you saw there, let's just recap all of that. Hondon is your race winner in the end by only 0.8 of a second to Airman. Lucky takes P2 less than 3 seconds off. He went on a slightly different strategy. You just have to think, other than that traffic, if you hadn't hit it, how could it have played out? Alicos takes P4. Again, we talked about damage limitation for the championship leader, clinging on to what he could. I think he'll take it. Zora J in P5. So close to P4, and possibly even more, but big points for him this evening in terms of his own individual battle in the GT class. Great to have Ismail Truth back. He took a solid P7. P6. Dad, after a great start, a few difficulties, took P7 in the end. Jake took P8, filling in for us as reserve, and then you've got your GT class drivers. Gloss took P9 in the end after some difficult issues, and he get an extra point for the fastest lap. Apex P10, Couch was reserving for us in P11, and then unfortunately retirements for Jay, and our reigning champion boosted. Well, maybe didn't have the action we thought it might, but we were high on drama, and it's going to leave us in a really intriguing place. Okay, everyone's happy to hang on. I'm trying to get ahead of the game here and put everyone's entries in before, so we'll see if we can do a bit of a live standings update. Class Apex. Just quickly put that in. It should tell us where we are with the Pro Championship after I have the GT later. But yeah, I'll have to double check this, and normally Alicos double checks it for me. But as things stand, that would leave Alicos on 134, Honda on 131, Airman on 129, Lucky on 117, Smiley, who's missed this evening, on 107, and Boosted on 95. So yeah, set up nicely, because next week we have reverse grid Suzuka, 90 minutes before we break for Christmas and New Year's. So all to play for. There's, as I say, there you've got 5 points separating the top 3 and 27 points separating the top 5, so it's super close. But really enjoyable race. It's a shame always to see that, there's obviously been a couple of instances almost inevitable to happen here, but well done to Honda, well done to Eamon and Lucky on the podium. Big shout out to Alicos as well for clinging on there, and Zorro as well, and also some of those guys further back down who clearly had different nights but just stuck it out, which is sometimes when you're fighting for championships what you've got to do. But thank you very much for joining. Really enjoyed this evening's both races. We will see you in a week's time for Suzuka, and we'll try and get these championship standings uploaded as soon as possible this evening, so we all know where we stand for that one. But thanks again, and we shall see you next week.